Oh boy, how do I even start this? Hey, nice to meet you. My name is. Damn it, don't use your real name. It defeats the purpose. Okay, let's start from the beginning one more time. So, what is a VTuber? Well, aside from being the most wholesome or the most degenerate people you'll ever meet, doing a quick Google search, it'll tell you that a VTuber, all it is a content creator who uses a virtual avatar instead of their real face. Well, no duh, you didn't click on this video just because you didn't know all that. So, why am I telling you all this? Essentially because that's what it felt like a YouTube video should sound like. Side note, when I was editing this, I found that was a little accidental foreshadowing, so good for me. Pat myself on the back for that one. So let's just skip all that. My introduction to the VTubing world was through a friend who was super into Gargura at the time. She never missed a stream, she had all the merch, and listened to her song Reflect every time I was in that car with her. Now don't get me wrong, it's a good song, but man, if I listen to it one more time, I will scream. Ironically, around the same time, she told me that Hololive was planning on releasing their second wave of EN talents, and that now would be a pretty good time to fall down the rabbit hole. And so I did. I was able to catch Crony's debut stream and really enjoyed it. Then later on I branched out to almost every other EN member Hololive had to offer at the time, and I was super impressed by the way the models could move and talk. It was quite astonishing, honestly. But eventually I had to ask the question, where are my bros at? So one Google search later and I found Holostars, which I could not understand a single word they were saying. With some more digging, I found some indie male VTubers that I really enjoyed, and that's when I decided, you know what? I also want to give this a shot. So now, the big question. What kind of VTuber do I want to be? Frankly, I had no fucking idea. Should I go the chaotic, batshit insane route or the wholesome, comfy one? But my personality didn't really fit into either one of those categories, which made me start really questioning whether this was a good idea or not. And not to mention designing a whole character. What did I want to represent me for the entirety of my career? A shark, a rat, a bottom, or some sort of mythical horror? I decided to try to take it one step at a time. So I attacked the design first. And I struggled with this for a good while. So I figured I needed some help, and I started doing some of my own research, which led me to this channel, Yam Albat, who had some amazing videos on VTubers and the appeal behind their designs. Seriously, go check out her content. It is amazing and some of the best if you're looking for help starting out. While I was snooping in her community tag, I found this forum. Yam apparently holds a VTuber appreciation stream, which she highlights some indie VTubers and gives them advice on their designs. So now I had some motivation and I had a deadline. So now, what exactly was I gonna go with? One thing y'all probably picked up on by the thumbnail is I'm a huge fan of shonen anime. I just can't seem to get enough of it. But there was something before that grabbed my attention now and even more so as a kid. I still remember waking up every Saturday morning, rushing to make my morning cereal so that I could sit my tiny ass on that couch and not miss a second of his heroics. And it wasn't just Spider-Man, Power Rangers, Iron Man, Justice League, Sonic, Yu-Gi-Oh! The list could go on and on. The classic good versus evil and seeing good prevail was just amazing in my tiny, naive eyes. The due date was fast approaching, and I still didn't really have a design. I was beginning to have a little bit of a panic attack here because I felt like I was letting myself down and I was letting this opportunity slip by. My mother was moving out of her old place and called me over to help. In the process, she found a picture of me wearing my Spider-Man PJs and a towel wrapped around my neck, kind of looking like a cape. And then she asked me, whatever happened to that superhero you created? When I was younger, I used to make comics and I didn't really think about it too hard at the time. A little backstory. I won't go into too much detail in this video to not bring down the mood. Besides, tragedy is good content. When I was a kid, I was hospitalized for about 8 months, and I had a lot of free time on my hands. As a way to cope about what had happened, I imagined that I was a superhero running around the town saving people. So I opted to create one, and here he is. He's just a little mix and match of everything I liked at the time. The armor he's wearing was based on a phoenix. In school, we were learning about myths and other legends, and we had a project, and mine just happened to be the fiery bird. And I learned that the phoenix represented rebirth. He would burst into a brilliant fireball, and in the ashes, there'd be a new phoenix. But that's not how I interpreted it, though. To me, the phoenix represents tenacity and the will to never give up. So when I finally presented my drawing to my mother, I remember telling her, no matter how much I fall, I will always rise from the ashes. Now, to me, it was just a way to sound really cool, right? But apparently, that line stuck with her throughout the years, and she repeated it back to me the day I was helping her move. So fast forward, I'm sitting in front of my computer, looking at my old design, and debating whether I really want to do this. And I was so confused as to why I was so scared to even try. I had built it up in my head that I couldn't be myself, that I had to play a character and I had to stay true to that character and pretend that the past experiences I had built didn't matter. I realized that I myself was putting these high expectations because I couldn't stop comparing myself to what everyone above me was doing. But I failed to realize that these guys started from exactly where I am now, and they built their way up there, but I still couldn't stop comparing. Around this time, the new Spider-Man trailer for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse had been out for a while, and there was this one particular scene that I remember because Miles says,
"Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing."
So I turned off my computer, grabbed my iPad, blasted Holding Out for a Hero in my earbuds, and I went to work. Man, I was so nervous and still pretty much freaking out. So before I could punk out, I submitted it. And then I waited.
Aiden Glyden. Love the name. I censored Aiden flipping the bird because I'm too family friendly for that.
I watched it and all as people were not bashing my designs, but in fact quite the opposite. Some of them really liked it. And then I heard this.
Thank you so much, Aiden, for submitting. I really like your design. I think it has a lot of potential. I think it does.
Okay, now I was fired up. So I started creating everything I would need to start streaming. My drawing overlays, my gaming overlays. I even looked into getting a Live 2D model commissioned. Okay, I started teaching myself how to do Live 2D. Made 2 PNG models for the meantime, so that I could stream and get some experience in amongst all of that chaos. Someone who saw my design at Yam stream reached out to me. Noodle, a musician and streamer, and she saw my design and figured every hero needed their own theme song. So thank you so much, she created this banger. Go follow her, seriously, she is extremely talented. That act of kindness inspired me to create my very own transformation sequence, which hopefully will be done a lot sooner than later. So, why am I telling you all this? Well, 2 reasons really. 1, I wanted you guys to get to know me a little better. You know, a little peek behind the curtain, you can say. And 2, so that I would have something to look back on and remember why I decided to go on this journey in the first place. And who knows, maybe one of you guys is struggling with the same self-doubt that I was. So, whether I'm talking to you or whether I'm talking to myself in the future, I want you to remember these words. No matter how much you fall, you will always rise from the ashes. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the first of hopefully many more videos. So if you liked it, please consider subscribing and liking the video. I mean, if you're not too busy. My mom said it was okay. If your mom said it was okay. I linked everyone featured in this video in the description down below. Seriously, go check them out. Everyone is extremely talented and they deserve so much praise. And if for whatever reason you can't wait to hear my voice again, please consider following me on Twitch. I'll link that down below. I mainly do art and play some retro games here and there. I'm still trying to find my footing, but it would be great to see you over there. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. And please, go be someone's hero. You never know who might need it.